little bit about the new earth. Because, once again, and I think I've mentioned this several times before, I've talked about the new earth, the 5D world, and what we're coming into. Well, if I hadn't explained it well enough before, and those of you who aren't familiar with this concept, human souls, or our souls or spirits, are multidimensional beings. We are multidimensional beings, meaning we have access to and awareness of other dimensions and other dimensional beings and manifestations outside of this three-dimensional world which we live. The most, I guess, the easiest example of that to understand would be love. Love is something that I hope every single person that ever lives or has ever lived experiences. It's wonderful. It's healing. It's otherworldly. And it's something that I don't think can be proved scientifically, but it's a common idea or thought or a common occurrence and experience by everyone. So there's this sort of, I guess, general agreement that's accepted by everyone that love exists. Love is a thing. Now, the reason I say love is other dimensional is because being in this three-dimensional world, we have certain concepts of time and space and universal laws. Like, I don't know, gravity is something that we experience. I guess that's not really a good example, but how about for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction? Or, I don't know, how about the speed of light? The speed of light is something that is relative to us and our, I guess, dimensional experience. Or a light year, the distance that light travels in a year. Well, year is a term for us meaning the time that it takes the Earth to revolve around the sun. And some planets take longer, way longer than we do. Some planets don't take as long. And of course there are other planets and other galaxies with suns like ours, but the term year is specifically applied to us. Well, love is something that lasts throughout time, outside of time, if you will. Some people have been known to love a person before they knew them, or miss a person in their life, feel this void before they met the person, not just after. Let's say if a person that you love passes away, of course you still love them, you hold them in your memory, and they're still, of course they still exist, but just in another plane, just because our bodies are here existing now in this dimension, doesn't mean that whenever we drop our bodies, or whenever our bodies drop, or whenever our bodies are no longer kept alive and controlled by our spirits and our mind within, does our mind stop existing? The example of that would be ghosts or spirits, apparitions, other dimensional frequencies, and I guess beings just in other dimensions. I've felt my grandpa around me the day that he passed away. I was really close to him, but you know, it was really shockingly not as sad as I thought I would be, because it felt like he was still there, if that makes any sense. Like, theoretically, whenever somebody you love passes away, you're just completely devastated, and of course on some level I was, but it was almost like I couldn't be, or I felt that it would be pointless to feel so down and devastated, because I could sense that he was still alive and around and watching me. Now, he has visited me several times since he passed a few years ago, and in dream time, and he tells me things, and so that's really cool and awesome. And sometimes in my dreams I realize that he is not with us in the three-dimensional sense, and sometimes I don't realize that, because you know how in dreams everything is so weird, but you don't really notice until you wake up. Well, I think that's just another good example of other dimensional living. I believe that in dreams we visit other places. We actually do other things. Whenever we see somebody or talk to someone in our dreams, we are really with them, and we are really exchanging information, and we are really having that experience together. I don't necessarily believe that it's at the time that we are dreaming. Like, let's say at 11:36 last night I woke up from a dream. Well, that dream could have been an occurrence that happened 45 years ago. Now, that would have been not even in this lifetime, but I do believe that the people in our dreams, if we don't know who they are in this lifetime, they were people we knew in other lifetimes. I mean, it all kind of makes sense to me if you just think about it that way, and if you string together all of these things, I guess, like your personal experiences and things you can't explain, and those questions that your soul is wanting to ask, but your brain is like, no, let's not go down that road, okay? So, yeah, but I said all that to say this about the fifth dimensional world. We are moving as a collective consciousness on Earth, and as humans together, we are moving into this new dimensional awareness. Now, some people won't be aware of it at all yet. Some people are very aware in different ways. Like, I can see and feel the difference. I see, let's say, just for example, one of the things that's been happening for me is if I'm in the car going down the road, and it looks like for a second that there's two people walking across the street, and then all of a sudden they vanish, and then I'm like, did I just see that? Did anybody else just see those people? And so that's it. It's like this reality is cracking a little bit, and the light from this new reality is shining through and giving us little bits and pieces of information. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What was the other thing? The other thing. About the fifth dimensional world. That was one thing. Oh, another way that you would experience it is through sound. Sound, hearing whispers, hearing voices, hearing other beings, even whenever you're at home by yourself or out somewhere and you don't see anyone around, but you hear voices and sounds. Don't be afraid. You're not going crazy. You're not in any danger. You control you. But that's another way. Obviously, we experience these things. And then, of course, there's all these subtle senses that we have that, I guess are getting more in tune. And whenever you put it all together, it just comes full circle. an example of these would be like you think of somebody and then they call you right after, or they text you right after, and you're like, whoa, I was literally just thinking about texting you. Another thing would be you're craving, I don't know, tomatoes, and then your roommate comes home and they just got some fresh tomatoes at the market, and you're like, what? I was totally just craving tomatoes. Just little things like that. It's like there's these synapses in the air that are connecting with people. We're all coming more connected, and that's why it's really important now more than ever. We are in the age of manifestation. We are in the age of thought to creation, to physical apparition, and receiving from the universe. So it's important now more than ever to be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your wishes, be aware of your general feeling, because that feeling and those things that come from within will manifest, and it can be as amazing and awesome as you wish it to be and you think it to be, or it can be as confused and sad or scary as you create it to be as well. So always stay on the positive side. Always do things that put you in the mood and mode of feeling good, the good mindset. So I hope that's enough for now. I just wanted to get that out there. For me, it's important in this, in this fifth dimensional shift to constantly, repeat the things that I'm learning, to kind of solidify them in the air and just let anybody else know in case, they're left wondering or they don't really understand what's going on. I like to share a little bit of that with others. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I hope your 5D shift is everything that you want and more. And we're all, remember, once again, we're all going through it together. So I will see you soon, and have a blessed and magical and uplifting